Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Edgemont UMC. I'm Pastor Henry. I'm glad you have come to join us again on this next edition in our anxiety vlogs. We're talking a little bit about anxiety and some of the strategies that we can engage to help manage anxiety, to kind of deal with these feelings and these stresses in healthy sort of ways, and to be able to cope and to really be able to thrive and come out on the other side of them. And we've been talking about several different things leading up to this part. We talked about prayer and meditation and what those can do to help center us, especially in our relationship with God. We talked about gratitude and how that can really give us good perspective. As we go through anxious times, we can see some of the areas which we are blessed. For our next one, though, I wanted to go in just a little bit different direction because both prayer and meditation and gratitude, those are great practices. Those are grounded practices. Those are practices we absolutely need to be doing. But for some of us, anxiety hits us in such a way where being static and still is not necessarily the most helpful thing for us. In some situations, it could be, but a lot of times anxiety brings this nervous energy, and we need to do something focused with it. So that's part of the reason why I want to spend a little bit of time talking about how a great strategy for dealing with anxiety is exercise. You know, we find ourselves in a season where a lot of us are sheltering in place right now. But one of the exceptions to sheltering in place is getting outside to exercise. And there's a reason for that. Getting outside, hopefully it's sunny where you are. It's sunny here in Alabama today. Sunshine does a lot of good for our body and helps release some of those good chemicals in our brain, like serotonin, to help raise our mood. And exercise, physical activity, does that as well. It helps our brain release serotonin, which can really elevate our mood, help us feel a little bit better. In her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, Dr. Brene Brown shares a story from one of her friends on how she remembers to do the things that she needs to do every day. And one of them mentions exercise. And what she shares is get deliberate. A good friend of mine heard this wonderful intention setting reminder during a 12-step meeting. I love it. It's called a vowel check. AEIOUY. A. Have I been abstinent today? However you define that, I find it a little more challenging when it comes to things like work, food, and the computer. E. Have I exercised today? I. What have I done for myself today? O. What have I done for others today? U. Am I holding on to unexpressed emotions today? Y. Yeah. What is something good that happened today? So that whole AEIOUY is a great thing that we can use to check in today, but I really want to focus on E. Have I exercised today? Because daily exercise is one of the best things, not just for our physical health, but for our mental health. And this is something that was recognized in the Bible, although maybe it was a little bit indirectly. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 26, Paul gives one of the many references he had to runners and athletes. And he says, do you not know that in a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. And he goes on to talk a little bit more about that. But what I think is important is, even though he's elevating the value of spiritual exercise and spiritual discipline, Paul recognizes that physical exercise and physical discipline is something that's important too. We can't just neglect our physical side for the spiritual side. There will be a problem if we do that. And what we see is the two can help each other out. When we're taking care of our mental health, our spiritual side, that can help us take care of our physical side. Same way, if we are helping to take care of our physical side, that will have good positive effects for our mental and our spiritual side. So y'all, let's take a minute and we're going to do like Olivia Newton-John and we're going to get physical.
And here we are. Y'all ready to exercise a little bit? So this is not about to turn into an exercise video, but I did want to share just a couple of strategies that's been really good for me and that help me as I try to exercise a little bit, that's beneficial for me health-wise, but also beneficial for me mental health-wise. One of those is I've got a Fitbit. It's a step tracker. There's a million different kinds of step trackers, but one of the things that has been a lot of fun is since we've had this Fitbit, both my wife and I have a Fitbit, we are part of a group of people that does a step challenge every week, and we compete against each other to see who can get the most steps in a given week, which gives us an incentive to get outside, enjoy some of the sunshine, and to do exercise type things, whether it's running, walking, jogging, walking the dog. It's a really fun way to do that. The other, which has been helpful for me for a long time, is using your phone and some of the different apps that you have on phone. Some of y'all know that my story. Several years ago, I lost a tremendous amount of weight and have been able to keep over 100 pounds off of that. And it started by using a couple of apps on my phone. Over the years, I've used Couch to 5K, I've used Runkeeper. The Peloton coaching app is a great resource that helps us get up and active. You know, a lot of us, we get caught in this mode or this mentality that if we've been too sedentary for a while, or we just haven't been exercising, we think, well, I can't ever get there. There's not a point where I will be able to. Y'all, I tell you, it's not true. That is not true. There are a lot of different things that can help, and it will step you up. You know, at one point in time, I was never able to get outside and run. I would just never do that. I thought that was too much out of my wheelhouse. I was about 380 pounds at the time, and I could barely walk a mile without completely being short of breath. And now, after being on the health journey that I've been on for the past 9 years, I've done over 25 5Ks and 2 half marathons, and I'm in much better health, both physically and mentally, because of it. It can be done, and there's some great apps and resources out there that can help. Just pick the one that's right for you. Do a little bit of research, talk to your family, talk to your friends, you might talk to your doctor. They might have a good preferred recommendation. Exercise is one of the best ways that we can get some of this anxious energy out. We can clear our mind. We can make our body feel better, and we can give ourselves a sense of accomplishment with what we do, and that anxiety just starts to melt away. So y'all, let's get moving, and let's run that anxiety away, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope that you will like our video, that you'll feel free to share this video so we can spread the word about what we're doing here at Edgemont. And please subscribe to our channel and click that little bell to get notifications when we upload a new video. Thanks.